Hi everybody, welcome to Facebook Ads No Bullshit weekly live training with me, well bi-weekly with me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sophie Nicole Casey of Casey Marketing Creations. Apologies for being a little bit late today, my little one was hungry. And also after that, I'm actually using StreamYard now for the first time because I want to share my screen with you, because I think if I just throw a load of numbers out to you, I think it's just going to get really confusing, and you're, I don't know, you're probably going to get lost along the way. So I'm not really used to how this works. I think you need to click a little button above it if you want to comment for me to actually see it here. So first of all, I just want to check that I'm actually live in the group. Yes, I am live. So today I'm talking about know your numbers, how to know the true value of a lead. Because a lot of people get hung up on like the price of Facebook ads, the cost of things, and it looks like a hell of a lot of money. But what they don't do is they don't look at the fact that it's actually probably bringing them in a lot more money than they think. So what I've done is earlier on today, I've actually created a template that you can use, you can take away with you for free, where all you have to do is put in a few numbers and it will tell you, it will work out for you. So your cost per lead, so how much does it cost you to get one lead, the lead value, so what is that one lead actually worth, your conversion rate. And when I talk about conversion rate, I'm not talking about your lead conversion rate. Oh, hello. I can see Facebook user, so something's not working, but I can see someone's there and saying hi. Ooh, hello. Right, so yeah, so conversion rate, when I'm talking about conversion rate in this live, I'm not talking about your ads conversion rate. I'm talking about your actual sales conversion rate. So it just means the number of people who convert. So I'm gonna step back a little bit and start from the beginning. So basically, first of all, you need to make sure you've got tracking set up with whatever you do. And I don't just mean Facebook ads pixel tracking. I mean, you should have, if you've got a website and you're selling on your website, you should have Google Analytics set up. And with Google Analytics, you can track where else your traffic's coming from, where else your leads are coming from, where else your purchases are coming from. And then you get a real true value. Whereas with Facebook, you're going to be limited with everything that you find out there, and you're not going to know where else to like attribute the sales and leads that you get, basically. So it's really important to have tracking set up. There's a lot of things that people look at when running ads that's important too. So you need to be also looking at things like your click-through rate, like your link click-through rate. So the number of people who view your ad to the number of people who click. That's important to know if your ad works. It's important to look at, say, the number of people who click versus the number of people who view your landing page, who click on the link compared to the people who view your landing page, because that is obviously, if they're clicking and not viewing your landing page, then it means maybe your landing page is running too slow or something like that. And then the bit that the more important bit that we look at when we're running Facebook ads is the number of people who view your landing page compared to the number of people who sign up as leads. So those are all things that you need to be tracking, but they're actually not things I'm going to be going into today, because I want to talk about the actual value. And the only way you can work out any kind of like real value with anything is if you're actually making sales. So it's quite easy to get hung up on your on you know, the amount of leads you're getting and the price of your leads, but are you looking at the sales you're getting, and do you know where they come from, basically? So you get a lot of people out there teaching Facebook ads or trying to sell their services for Facebook ads, bragging about, I got these leads for 60 cents, I got this lead. But what they don't talk about is what that lead was actually worth. How many of those leads turned into sales? How many of those leads were needed to get one sale? So that is something like really, really important that you need to think about, basically, that you need to be aware of. And that's why today I have created this little template for you, so you can use it. You can use it and you can work out your own stuff. You can have a play around with it, and just it'll give you a real insight, basically. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to it to anyone who requests it from this video. I'll put the link to it, and then yeah, all you just need to do is press, it's Google Docs, so all you need to do is press save a copy and then save it in your Google Drive. Okay, right, so I'm going to attempt to share my screen now. Let's just see how I can do this. Okay, I don't need to know that. Yeah, so let's go. Right. Hopefully you can still see me. Ah, okay, no, it's only sharing that window. Right, let me try again. I'll put that in a new window, and there we go, teething issues, right. Share screen. And we will get there. Okay, so it doesn't like Macs basically because I have too many different screens. There we go. Are we sharing this screen now? Right, yeah, we're sharing this screen. So this is a template I just made for you guys, which we're going to go through now. And yeah, it's all you need to do is I've put a little note here, only fill in the boxes with this color. So only these ones need to be filled out. So say you've just run a campaign, and so you've just run a campaign, and let's just say, I'm going to make it like really easy for math purposes for this. Let's just say you got 100 leads. You know that much? You got 100 leads, and let's just say you spent £1,000. So you know that your cost per lead is £10. That works out automatically for you. But then obviously you need to look at all of the sales that you got. So let's just say, for the sake of saying it, because there's lots of them going on now, let's just say it's a 5-day challenge. You were just selling one thing at the end, and you know that each sale was like £1,000 bang on. So you know this one value of your sale. So let's just say that you got 5 sales, and you know that was worth £5,000 because that's how many you got. So straight away, you know that the value of one lead is £50. So if the value of the lead is £50, all it means is that you can spend £49.99 and you are still technically in profit. Okay, and then you can see from there that your conversion rate based on that is 5%. So it's literally that simple. It sounds crazy, but simple. If, say, you're outsourcing your Facebook ads and your design, copywriting, whatever it is that you're outsourcing, and that's costing you £1,000, you want to take that into consideration. So your new lead value is £40. So you need to make sure you're getting leads for less than £40 for it to be profitable, basically. And then let's just say all of this is over. You know your numbers. You've got your stats here. You're like, yeah, that's great. You know what your profit was and so on. So what you need to think about is, during my next challenge, I want to make how much money? Say this time I want to make 20. There's not enough zeros there. I want to make 20 grand. I don't want to make 5 grand. And then straight away, you need 500 leads instead of 100. Which means that the budget you need is actually £5,000. So it's just like a really easy way to work that out. Now, I know if you sell things of different values, it's harder to work out because let's just say you're an e-commerce store. So that's why I've created another tab here. And what we do is, if you've got different value products, what we do is we look at lifetime value. So let's just say, for the purposes of this, again, we got 100 leads, but let's just pretend it's an e-commerce store. So we spent £100. So your cost per lead is £1. Let's just say your average sale value is 100 again. Let's just keep it very simple here. So what that's telling you is, if you get 100 leads, if your average sale value is £100, and you need 100 leads to get a sale, there we go, get my words out, then your lead value is only £1, so it's a lot smaller. So if your cost per lead is £1, then it's not really working for you, So it is, I do agree, like with stuff like e-commerce, you're not really going to be getting leads. So this is just an example, but say it's not e-commerce and you're just doing something that's worth a little bit more, and then your average sale value is 200, then you know your lead value's £2 and your cost per lead's 1. So you're basically making, you know, you're fine, you've got £1, you're making like 50% extra basically. So let's just say of those 100 leads, 3 of them purchased, because like with e-commerce it's going to be a lower conversion rate generally. So your conversion rate is 3%. So the difference with the way this works is you're looking at your average value. So it doesn't matter if you're just selling, like if you're selling lots of different things, you got like £20, £70, £50. If you just work out your average value, then overall it just gives you a better idea. And then let's just say you wanted to make £1,000 from this e-commerce, then you'd need 500 leads and £500 budget. So the rest of it works the same, but it's just because the only difference is like that you just need to work out your average sale value basically. So, and that's calculated differently. No, ignore me, sorry, ignore me on that one. Okay, so I just wanted to say another thing on it. So when basically you just need to make sure you've got all your tracking set up. There's lots of different things you can do in Google Analytics to do that. You need to have goals set up. You need to have your enhanced e-commerce set up. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen now. You need to have your enhanced e-commerce set up. It sounds really complicated, but basically when you're in Google Analytics, you go to the settings, then there's actually a tab which says e-commerce, you switch that on, and then just make sure your developers switched it on. Oh, hey Marky, how are you? Okay, so I can see names, just not that one. So yeah, so it was never actually going to be a long live. It's not like one of my long talky ones. It's more of a process, and I know it's a lot for people to take in, because when you start talking about numbers, it's like, you know, I can't handle this. But hopefully that actually makes sense. Do let me know if you're watching, and if you're watching on replay, give me a #replay. But let me know if you've run any, if you're running any campaigns right now. If you use this template, let me know if it works for you. Let me know if you've sort of found out anything interesting. You know, maybe you thought you were getting a good price and in reality you're not, or vice versa. Because I think a lot of the time, so in the example I just did in the share, the fact that the lead value was £50, if someone was getting leads for £50, I'd be like, shit, what the fuck is that? You know, that's absolutely rubbish. But it does put it into perspective, because once you know your numbers, then you know you can work with those numbers, and that's when you can scale basically. Obviously it's not always accurate. Disclaimer, when you're scaling with Facebook in general, the price goes up because Facebook knows you're getting more from it, and the quicker you want to spend budget, the less choice of people Facebook has to offer your ads to basically. So you're going to be competing in higher auctions and things like that. So the price does generally go up. But the simple thing is you just need to keep on tracking it, keep on logging your numbers, know the value of your customers basically. So another thing is, so imagine if you have got a, you know, like a sort of ClickFunnels or Thrivecart type, you know, a proper funnel, where when people click on it and then they get the one-time offer and they can tick that, and then it sort of boosts, like most people get their profit from that one-time offer. They normally don't make any money really on the first thing. They just get it when people click that button. So you need to take things like that into account. So if you just look at the product, like say you're selling something on your landing page for £7, and then they get this one-time offer, never again, for just like £27, you're going to get this amazing this, and then people buy that. That's when the money comes in. So you need to be taking into account that basically. And the other thing you need to be taking into account is when people, when customers purchase again. So when they're repeat customers, need to log that. And another one that often gets missed is, of all these leads you're getting, how many of the leads you get are bringing in more leads for you? So if you can track where all of your leads are coming from, and not in a way that's like asking them, how did you hear about us or something like that, because that's not really going to give you anything. But if you like put tracking on everything basically, then you can log where everything's coming from. And then when you look at Google at the end of it all, don't get all your information from Facebook, because that's just going to be in Facebook's favor. But if you get it from Google and you look at where all of your, go to the acquisition section basically, and it will tell you like how much comes from Facebook, Instagram. You can look at how much is direct, which means people that like just type in the website. Then you've got ones from organic Google, paid Google if you're running paid ads, and referral, and there's a few other bits as well. It can be anything really. So yeah, it's just really important. If you type in Google UTM in the search bar, it will bring up, hang on, I just want to check that actually. Let's have a look. UTM Google. Yeah, it will bring up at the very top of the results, campaign URL builder. And you get a few fields in there. You've got like campaign, source, ads. Hang on, I may as well just open it and actually look at it rather than try and remember and tell you guys. Yeah, so you've got source, medium, campaign name, term. So campaign source would basically be, you'd write where that's coming from. So if, for example, you've got affiliates and you want to give affiliates a link, you could just write affiliates in that source. And then the campaign medium is basically where else it comes from. You don't have to fill in all of these bits, but you could put like, you could give everyone a unique code. So that bit could be their initials, for example. And then you just put your campaign name and then any other sort of things that you want to track basically. And what that does is when people click on that link with that extra bit at the end that it generates for you, it just means that actually goes into Google Analytics. So when you go down to the campaign section, the acquisition section, it will tell you exactly where brought in what. So you know like exactly where to give credit to basically. So yeah, that's it. I really hope I didn't just like race through that demo. Please do let me know if the template I made was sort of like a good enough demonstration or whatever, or if you need any more. I will quickly just check on here in case there's any questions at all, because I don't trust StreamYard and I'd like to know who said hello earlier. Oh, it was Leah. Hi, Leah. I don't know why it didn't give your name. But yeah, brilliant. There's no questions. So let me know in the comments if you want the template and I'll give you the link. And yeah, otherwise, next Tuesday, you've got the lovely Emma Hammond, Queen of Automation, on. She is talking about bots. I'm giving you 3 top secrets that you need to know about bots. So I hope you can all join that too. As always, thank you for watching and have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. It's about 5:30 here, so it's chill time for me. So yeah, take it easy.